Hey, welcome to EPN. My name is Victor Lucas, and we bring you the latest in everything cool every single day. We thought we'd get outside because we've got some nice weather here in Vancouver, British Columbia. We don't know how much longer it's going to last. This rundown is dedicated to Andrew Chatour, who said I sound like I have some lyrics in my Iron Fist review. I did have an axe to grind, didn't I? And it's also going out to Moostar with a 5 instead of the S, who says, great vid, been a fan since G4 TV. Well, guess what? This rundown is all yours. If Marvel and Disney don't want James Gunn, DC and Warner Brothers are ready to snatch him up. Yesterday afternoon, reports surfaced that Guardians of the Galaxy director James Gunn is in talks with DC and Warner Brothers to helm the next Suicide Squad movie. No official announcements have been made, and that likely won't change until Gunn's exit deal with Marvel and Disney is finalized. The studio abruptly fired him after years-old jokes resurfaced online after a right-wing smear campaign, and Disney's controversial decision didn't sit well with the lead Guardians cast. Co-star Dave Bautista has already stated that he'd love to join Gunn's new Suicide Squad movie, something that could signal his exit from the Marvel Universe. No word yet on when the new Suicide Squad movie might arrive, but expect more details soon. I think this is kind of the perfect sort of end cap on a redemption tale here, right? This is Suicide Squad we're talking about. This is villains forced into becoming heroes, and the similarities are a little bit too much, right? James Gunn has been painted a villain. I'll tell you something, I bet you he can make a much better Suicide Squad movie than that first one. That first one was terrible. I would love to see James Gunn take the mantle over here, and I just feel like it's not so much a something of him stabbing Disney or Marvel in the back or getting his comeuppance there. The guy is talented in the superhero universe, and why shouldn't he stay there? He's a great writer and a great director. You might be able to explore the vast world of Cyberpunk 2077 with your friends. It's looking more and more likely that the new game will have multiplayer. Developer CD Projekt Red has just brought in another studio, Vancouver-based Digital Scapes, to help out with development, and in their statement they point out Digital Scapes' long history of creating AAA multiplayer experiences. The studio has previously worked on the multiplayer components of games like Dying Light, and if this is what got them the job on Cyberpunk 2077, it pretty much guarantees that the game will have multiplayer. CD Projekt Red has been back and forth about whether or not there will be multiplayer in the game, so we'll probably have to wait for more details. Cyberpunk 2077 doesn't have a release window yet. Of course it's going to have multiplayer. Not going to create this massive city environment and all of this detail for you not to be able to bring some friends in on this thing and also make it first person. This is like all the recipes to go multiplayer. But I also think CD Projekt Red has been very vocal and a very big champion of single player gameplay, so I don't think that's going to be tarnished at all. If anything, I think this just turns Cyberpunk 27 into an even more irrefutable experience that we all cannot wait for. It looks like Microsoft is about to do what they do best, buying up another studio. Rumors have surfaced that Microsoft is finalizing a deal to buy Obsidian Entertainment, the studio behind awesome RPGs like KOTOR 2, Neverwinter Nights 2, and more recently South Park: The Stick of Truth and the Pillars of Eternity series. According to Kotaku, Obsidian is interested in the financial security that a giant like Microsoft can provide, and for Microsoft, the deal would add yet another AAA game developer to their roster. At E3 earlier this year, they announced that they had bought no less than 5 new studios, including Forza Horizon developer Playground Games and Hellblade developer Ninja Theory. So Obsidian Entertainment would make a nice addition. It would also mean that future Pillars of Eternity games might be Xbox and Windows exclusives. No official announcements have been made, but we'll let you know when that changes. I love Obsidian. We worked on the Fallout New Vegas behind-the-scenes documentary with Bethesda and Obsidian. Got to know the developers there quite well. I've been on panels with developers from Obsidian. They have a very strong independent streak there, and they've worked with everybody in the business. There's tons and tons of history there. That would be an incredible get for Microsoft, and honestly, it helps to sort of bolster the narrative RPG kind of side of their business as well, which I think they are definitely missing. And it would be great for them to build some brand new IP that's exclusive to their platforms. Now it's going to be consoles and PCs and streaming services. I think this is exactly the right move. This is Microsoft saying we need to invest like Sony invests and Nintendo invests in creating intellectual property that makes us special and makes us exclusive and makes us worth everybody's time. Obsidian would be an excellent acquisition, and if it comes together, I hope that the core sort of principles of the studio are maintained and all the people are well compensated and taken care of, because I know that Fergus Urquhart down there, who has been running the studio for a long time, has had to deal with a lot of changes in the video game industry, and that would be great for those guys. Just hopefully that they're managed with care. PlayStation users are about to get something that they've wanted for years. Sony has announced that name changes are finally coming to the PlayStation Network. This means users will be able to change their online username for the first time since the service launched in 2006. Although there's a catch. The first name change will be free, but after that you'll have to fork over $10 Canadian for each subsequent name change, and there will also be a small number of older PS4 games that won't be able to show your new name. Still, this is sure to make PlayStation fans very happy. Name changes will begin rolling out in the PlayStation Preview program soon, with a full public launch early next year. Yeah, this is something that I don't think they really planned on when they launched PlayStation Network, but absolutely makes sense. Don't have a lot to comment on here. It's just finally people can do this, and I think people have been asking for this for a long time. I'm sticking with mine, though. You can find me on the PlayStation Network as Batwing. Nintendo has given players another reason to sign up for Nintendo Switch Online. The new online subscription service has just received a new batch of classic NES games, including Tournament Golf and Super Dodgeball. But on top of that, it also has an all-new version of the original Legend of Zelda. Nintendo has released a special edition of the game called The Legend of Zelda: Living the Life of Luxury, which has a redesigned opening that lets players start the game with more money, equipment, and weapons, essentially making the game a lot easier. Once you've finished the game, this version also has a new second quest mode that lets you replay it at a harder difficulty. The fact that Nintendo has released a modified version of Zelda indicates that they might release more remixed versions of classic games through the service, but we'll have to wait and see. And absolutely, it's stuff like this that makes Nintendo Switch Online really an offer that's hard to kind of resist in a way, you know? I mean, if you get all of these little extra doodads and extra game experiences like that, it's going to be cool. I'll tell you what, if they want Nintendo Switch Online signups, they should be saying, well, here are our SNES offerings. Here are our Super Nintendo games that you can play. Once they do that, I think the subscriptions are going to go crazy. I want to hear what you think, though. What should Nintendo be offering to Nintendo Switch Online users and subscribers? Do you think what they're doing is enough? Or what else would you like to see them do? Obviously, we all want to be able to have voice chat through the Switch console itself and not through a silly mobile phone app, and hopefully they're working on that. All right, you guys, that's going to do it for our rundown today. Thank you so much for watching. We'll be back again tomorrow with a brand new EP Live for you. In the meantime, we've got lots of other content for you to check out, so please do. And if you dig it, hit subscribe, hit that little bell, and if you're so inclined, join up and become an EPN member. We'll see you tomorrow, everybody. Thanks for watching. Play forever.